Wholeness, balanced love vibrations to all of you kings and queens that are tuning in to this video. Welcome to Sacred Light Conversations. I am your host. I am holding this space. I go by Marcus Robbins or Crystal Light 33. So the topic I would like to discuss today is about taking back our power and claiming responsibility for our reality, while also dissolving blame on others, external circumstances, and ourselves as well. So, I don't know about you guys, but I've been going through recent experiences lately, especially during this new moon period, and I've had connections and relationships that have been really, really nice and really uplifting and loving, but as of late, they've become draining. And there's been a lot of friction. And it's not that natural, soothing flow that it was. It's almost like things are being forced now. So I'm not sure if any of you guys are experiencing this as well. But it's interesting how things can start to navigate and change like that and unfold. So something I've noticed is that I find myself becoming too attached, or I'm holding on too much to what I want to happen with this person or this circumstance or manifestation, instead of allowing it to continue to naturally develop and flow in a harmonic symphony. So something that I've noticed along my journey and my experiences is that if I'm in a relationship or any kind of connection and I begin to extremely externalize my focus of energy, it becomes draining, or it creates a really big imbalance, or I find myself rearing off the track of what matters most to me, which is, my routines, my healthy rituals, my overall well-being for my mind, body, emotions, and energy. And I also notice that I started getting into this kind of like a blame type of mentality, where I feel like this person or this thing is not doing this and that and how I expect things to go. But none of this happens when I'm not externalizing so much of my focus. Now, when I'm in balance and I'm focusing on myself and not so much on the other person or the situation and circumstance, I find that there's a very natural and easy flow. And that's where responsibility comes in. And that is understanding that you are only responsible for you, yourself, your being. Everything else is out of our control. So the best thing that we can do is to focus inward, Focus on what you can change in your reality and in your space. And you'll notice that things will begin to unfold a lot simpler, a lot easier, and your energy will flow much better in a natural rhythm and harmony, and your health will actually increase because you're giving yourself the proper attention and love. Yes, love by focusing on yourself. This may seem selfish to some, but typically it seems selfish when we are viewing it from a lower state of mind. For instance, if someone else is focusing on their self and taking care of their self and confident in what they're doing about their self, and I come up and I'm feeling like they're being cocky or selfish, maybe I should look at my own self and maybe think, maybe if I elevated myself, started focusing on my health and my dreams and passions and goals to a higher degree like they are, maybe I will feel that high resonance of confidence and self-love like they do. So, going back to what I was saying, focusing our focal point of energy externally creates these, like, if you're a visionary, visualize like a cord of energy coming out of your being. I don't know, kind of like visualize like lightning or like electric or something, and this cord's just coming out and it's attaching to whatever it is that we are focusing on, whether it's another person, any kind of being, or a material item. And then that cord attaches, and that attachment begins to kind of, suck the flow of energy out of us. And it's not that attachment's fault that that is happening. It is our responsibility to be aware of this, to be aware of these energetic electric cords that we create when we externalize our focus of energy. It's not right, it's not wrong, it just is. So when we take responsibility, we recognize these cords, these attachments, and if it's becoming toxic or negative, you'll be able to tell because you'll start getting either drained, you'll have negative thinking, you start recognizing negative patterns, blaming, shaming, guilt, all these other lower emotions that lower our vibration. And when we notice these things with these cords, that's when responsibility steps in once again. And we recognize them, and we use the power that we are birthed with, which is to cut the cord or release the attachment. This doesn't mean that you're cutting off from somebody or releasing from them forever and then you're never going to see them ever again in your life. This means that you're just letting go of the unhealthy and toxic attachment and cord. Not only for yourself, but for them as well. Because what's affecting them is affecting me. What is affecting me is also affecting them if our cords are attached. So when we release these cords, we then can claim back our energy and our power that we have been unconsciously allowing to flow out of us from our focuses externally. And you may notice, and I know I have noticed through experiences, when I release these cords and attachments, I feel lighter in my space. I feel more elevated. I feel more full of energy and light. And I see the negative thoughts, the negative patterns and behaviors start to dissolve a little bit. And I kind of look at the person or situation in a whole new perspective, kind of like a more whole and more higher perspective. That it really wasn't all these negative things. And space just needed to be created. So we could each focus on ourselves, or I could focus on myself instead of the external place. So I just want to share a couple of things that can help with healing these attachments and cords. One way that can help is holding a conscious conversation with the other person. When holding a conscious conversation with the other person, you can help each other recognize what negative patterns or behaviors are taking place within your connection. Whether it's a partner relationship, a friendship, your mother, your father, your child, your boss at work, whatever it is, this all can apply. Having a conscious conversation will allow you guys to recognize, like I said, these negative thought patterns and behaviors. And you can also clear the air a little bit instead of blooming in your thoughts, what you're holding in, and begin to create like a dis-ease in the mind, because it's creating anxiety, depression, stress, questioning of the other person, of false thoughts, which are just shadows of what's really and truly going on. So when you speak with this person, it helps clear everything, bring clarity, bring truth, understanding, or as we say, inner standing, to a deeper level of what is truly taking place. And, if the other person's open enough or conscious enough to hold this conversation with you on a mature level and can recognize these things as well, you guys can maybe both agree that you need to release the attachment in the cord, knowing the toxicity and the unhealthiness that it's bringing to your guys' relationship. And then you can start over with a clean slate. So another way that can help with the healing and moving forward of externalizing your power and claiming back this power is taking a step back. Go and get some solitude for a while. Get in a space where you have peace, your Zen space, a place where you can meditate in silence, write in a journal, a notebook, or do some smudging with some sage or Palo Santo. And while you smudge, place intentions by using your mind and your energy on releasing while smudging and detaching these cords and connections. Also, another way, going back to the writing, is writing out people, places, and things that have become unhealthy for your reality. And then looking at what kind of thoughts, patterns, behaviors are taking place that are making it unhealthy, And then forgiving not only them, but yourself as well. Forgiving for every experience and action that have taken place up until now. And actually shedding gratitude, giving thanks, because it has allowed you to be where you are now in your expanded awareness. So another way to help with claiming responsibility is in the moment, in the present, in any given time. You can bring the focus of your mind back to your mind, body, emotional, and energetic health. As in getting back to the gym and a routine, getting to sleep at a better time, waking up a little bit earlier, treating yourself in the morning with water as soon as you wake up, eating healthy, meditating frequently, doing some yoga, exercise, getting out into nature, grounded with those bare feet, listening to podcasts and lectures, reading some knowledge and wisdom. There's so many activities that we can do with just ourself alone that we kind of just put to the side and get caught up in all these extra things and get caught up in other people's lives instead of focusing on our own for our future. So along with that, also focusing on, going back to doing what you're passionate about, going back to the goals and dreams that you have for yourself, the things that you want to accomplish for your family, for your friends, for yourself, the people that you want to meet, people that inspire you, that you want to be just like, to inspire them as well. And remember, man, we are the cornerstones, we are the trailblazers, we are the ones who are setting tone for the future generations to come. And as long as we're still here, we also play part in how this earth, this planet continues to develop as we continue to raise and ascend in our frequencies with these vessels. So things that will help bring back your power and claim responsibility, bringing back the focus on your mind, body, energy, emotions. Go within yourself. Do chakra meditations to help clear. Do letting go and release meditations. YouTube has many. I actually am going to be posting more guided meditations myself. I do have one so far dealing with releasing and connecting with the spirit guides, and it's on my YouTube channel, Sacred Light, Healing and Wellness. So something that I've also found helpful with me is practicing healthy disciplines and routines. For example, my morning routine is waking up, letting my roommate's dogs out and feeding them. Then I go back and I lay down in my bed and I put on a 10-minute chakra balance meditation and clear and balance my chakras for the day. This is every morning I do this. And it has done just phenomenal in my overall health in every single layer and level. And I felt way more in control of myself, more balanced in my chi, and more centered and happy. happy regardless of what circumstances or what's going on, where I'm at. It's just a beautiful thing if you really focus on your overall health and do things that can help us clear. So something else I do besides the meditation is I do morning affirmations as well. So for example, a couple of my morning affirmations are, I am loved, I give love. And I say that 5 times. So it'd be like, I am loved, I give love, 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 I am loved, I give love. And then, I have another one. It is, I am grateful for mother and father. Then I have, I create my vibration. I am harmony. I forgive all. I release what does not serve and all toxic cords. So these are a few of my morning affirmations that I do after balancing my chakras with meditation. And I smudge as well every morning. So throughout the day, I try to focus on my breathing whenever I have that kind of stoppage in my mind. And I'm in that state where I'm fully conscious of where I'm at in the present moment. I focus on my breathing. I really think about like what I'm doing, my thoughts, and I try to the best of my ability to keep it clean and pure. Another routine discipline is trying to eat plant-based, high vibrational foods. And I try to eat non-GMO organic. I don't do this 100%. It's something that I'm working towards, and I also don't expect perfection, but progress, because I'm not the richest person in the world, so I can't just go out and get as much produce as I want to every 2 or 3 days, make sure it's fully organic, stuff like that. So I work with where I can and keep in balance with it. So I just want to wrap this up a little bit. And as I wrap this up, I also want to remind us, even though we're releasing and disconnecting the attachment and cord with another person or other being, still show them love. We don't have to be in their face, be right at their side, their hip. We don't have to see them every day or talk to them every single day to show them love. We can love from a distance, whether it's sending energetically, metaphysically, sending love, or it's reaching out through text or a phone call or a video session every couple of weeks. Just to show love, check in on them, show them that you appreciate them, that you're grateful to be in this space and sharing the experience with them. But don't go back to forcing things. Don't go back to trying to force relationships that you already feel and know is not meant to be at the time. Maybe in the future, but that's in the future. We can't bank on the future because we are not promised on what's going to happen in the future. So we just stay in the present and we try to manifest what we want to attract in the future by continuing to clear our space, giving and receiving, keeping the circulation of currency flowing, and preparing for that future with our vibration so we can match that frequency to fully materialize. I hope this video has helped. If it has helped, I would definitely appreciate it if you leave some comments. You can follow me on Instagram at Christolight33. That is ChristoliGht 33. That is my Instagram. Or you can follow me on Facebook at Pharaoh Marcus Robbins. And here on my Facebook and Instagram, you'll find an abundance of posts of just inspiration, motivation, knowledge, wisdom, inner awareness, ways to expand your health, whether it's through food, thoughts, habits, behaviors, routines, much more stuff. And I'm also an artist as well. And you can find me under King Marco on all platforms. And I will leave a link down below for my music. I'm also a certified Reiki practitioner as well. And I do long distance Reiki. And I also do guided meditations. And I will be posting more guided meditations on my YouTube channel. So I just want to give thanks for holding this space and being here present. Give thanks to everybody that tunes in. You are all beautiful kings and queens. Never forget, treat yourself like royalty and claim responsibility of yourself. Take back your power, take back those cords of energy, ravel them back in, cleanse them, love everybody, regardless of the situations, and heal. Wholeness, love, balanced vibrations. Namaste.
The illest to be, no ego, machismo with fuego, kundalini is my payroll, saucy like queso, watch me with a wrist, no watch, only crystal bracelets, yeah we stay lit, yeah we stay lit, we woke, there's riches inside.